Thank you very much, Mr. President. Senator Perry, we were talking about how this particular law would be enforced on college campuses. Would you let's go back through this for a second to make certain it's absolutely clear. How does this particular bill, how is it enforced on college campuses?
And I appreciate your persistence on clarity because I don't know that it was. So here's the way it works. Can you hear me pretty well? Because I'm kind of fading out here.
Yes.
So college campuses specifically can set their own policy. A police department on a college campus cannot set a policy contrary to SB 4. So, and you asked a question about loss of funding. So if in the event, and SB 4 took those provisions out, by the way, in the House version, there's no punitive by withholding state grants. Now, if there's a contractual obligation built into that state grant that says you cannot be in violation as a sanctuary policy, that's a different contractual arrangement now, but it is removed from SB 4. But a commissioned peace officer on a campus can enforce SB 4, but a college can have sanctuary campuses, if you will, policies, not the police department on the campus.
And it's discretionary on the part of the university to put in place a policy, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And the university will not be held liable for any sanctions, anything of that nature?
No, sir.
And we talked about the arrest of college students. You want to go through that?
So it can occur in the event that a college student was stopped for a traffic violation or whatever it may be by a commissioned peace officer on the campus. They would then have the responsibility to fulfill SB 4. With that said, college campuses don't have jails. They typically hand those over to the local jurisdictions to further that process. And at that point, they would be subject to that.
Okay, so let me just make certain I understand. If in fact a university, college has a policy and the police department is directed to implement that policy, if they stop a student for a traffic violations, theoretically that student could be arrested on that traffic violation alone. And if it's determined during the stop that because now the police department has the ability to ask place of birth, it's determined in some other country other than the United States, they can be arrested.
Correct. Theoretically.
All right. Thank you, Mr. President.